favorite recipe. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to flip the switch to baking. And I know these bananas are looking nice. Only these won't be the bananas we'll be using today. We're going to be making banana bread. Come cook with me. Before we get started with our ingredients, today we are doing something different, and that is following a recipe. So this is not my recipe, this is a recipe that I found online, and I will link it in the description below. So let's get started with these ingredients. First ingredient we're going to be using is flour. I've got this to cover the pan with. Got an egg, some butter, vanilla extract, a little bit of salt, some baking soda, and the star of today's show, bananas. I know these bananas are looking pretty yucky to you guys, but these are the best bananas to use for banana bread. The recipe even says very ripe bananas. So we let the bananas get very ripe, and now they're ready to use. Okay, this recipe says it has 5 steps, so we're going to follow everything exactly to the T. The first step says to preheat the oven to 350 and also to oil the pan. I've already done the oven just to save time, so my oven is ready to go. But we are going to go ahead and just coat our pan with this baking with flour spray. Guys, I found this at like Aldi. This is so cheap and it works wonders. The next step we're going to do is move over to our mixing bowl so we can get all of our ingredients. This is a super easy recipe and it all goes into one bowl and then straight into the oven. So let's get mixing. Alright, step 2 wants us to go ahead and mash our bananas into the bowl, but it also calls for melted butter. So before I start mashing, I'm going to go ahead and put the butter in the microwave so we can get that melting. I'm going to start that off on 30 seconds so that I don't melt it too much and get it boiling hot. So hopefully in 30 seconds it'll be ready to go. If not, you can add time from there. Now we're ready to go ahead and smash our bananas. So let's get these open into the mixing bowl and then we'll start smashing. For 1.5 cups of mashed bananas. So I am going to measure out 1.5 cups just to make sure that we have the recipe correct. Okay, so it looks like we had a little bit too much banana, but that's fine. I can add this to a smoothie later, so I'm just going to set this to the side. And then we're going to put our mixing bowl back up on our mixer because we are ready to get all of our ingredients in one bowl. Okay, I've got all the ingredients pre-portioned out for the most part. Again, check the description box for the information on the recipe. Some of these I don't have memorized, but I've already portioned them out. So, we already know about the butter. It's already melted, looking all buttery. So we'll go ahead and put our butter in. Then we're going ahead and add a teaspoon of baking soda and also a teaspoon of vanilla extract. It calls for a pinch of salt, so I'm just going to pour a tiny bit of salt in my hand and drop it in. And it calls for 3/4 a cup of sugar, but it also says if you like it less sweet to use less sugar. If you like it more sweet, you can use a whole cup. So of course, I'm a sweetie pie. I'm going to use 1 cup. In goes our sugar. Then it asks for 1 egg beaten. So I've got a separate bowl for this. Go ahead and give this a quick little beat. That'll do. Pour that right on in. And now we're ready to add our flour. It asks for 1.5 cups of flour, so let's get that in there. I like to pour flour over the sink because otherwise I will make a ginormous mess. So there's 1 cup. And a half. Alright, we're ready to turn this baby on and get mixing. About halfway through your mixing, go ahead, use your scraper tool here and scrape the sides of your bowl just to make sure all of the ingredients are getting in there and mixed around really well. Sometimes with this mixer, it sticks to the bottom. There's like certain spots that the mixer doesn't grab. So we're just going to give that a quick little scrape around the edges and mix a little bit more. Can you believe it, guys? That's all you have to do. This is like the simplest baking recipe ever, and you thought you couldn't bake. That's it. We've mixed the ingredients, and now it's time to pour this good, delicious, it smells so good, guys, batter into our little loaf pan here. Alright, now it's ready to go in the oven. It needs to bake for about 50 minutes to an hour, and then it's done. So I'll see you in an hour. Okay, we're back, and our banana bread is ready to go. First thing I want to tell you is when the banana bread comes out of the oven, leave it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes to cool in the pan, and then take it out of the pan and let it cool the rest of the way. If you like your banana bread a little warm, that's fine. Just be really careful cutting it. So, y'all know this is my favorite part. I get to eat it. Let's plate it up. I'm going to slice right down the middle because I'm not an in-piece girl. It's slicing up real good though. Real nice and easy. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, you guys. And I'm just going to nibble a little piece right now because it's technically my dinner time. You won't find a better banana bread recipe. Well guys, that's it for another episode of Gigi Cooks. I hope you found this banana bread recipe super simple. Again, I will link it down in the description box below. And also, if you want to add pecans or walnuts or make it like a banana nut bread, you certainly can pour those things in when you're doing the mixing. But I'm allergic to walnuts, so I left those guys out. But again, thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. And make sure to comment your recipes down below. I would love to try one of your recipes and you try one of mine. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.